Hi friends. So I want to share something that I am learning this year after 3 years of gardening and trying to start seeds and all of that. And I think I learned something here. Okay. So first thing, you can have the perfect soil and totally the perfect moisture and not soggy, not dry, and keeping it that perfect part. And you can have the perfect lighting, and or either here or outside or your windowsill or whatever. You can have all of that perfect, but your seeds will not germinate if it's the wrong temperature. And that I could not wrap my mind around. I took a long time to understand that. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. So the seed packet, some of them have the temperature right there. And it says this one is soil temperature 65 to 85 degrees. Okay? So, okay, great. If I have that temperature outside, yes, I can start it outside, but this is not our temperature right now. So I have to start this inside my house because my temperature inside the house is around the 70s. So then that's gonna work. Another example here, the scallop squash. It's 70 to 95. So that's my outside temperature on my porch. So I can do that on my porch because it's up to 95 on my porch. So then I can start this outside, right? But now I cannot start it in ground because out in my yard, my temperatures are in the hundreds. So those are not gonna germinate in that kind of temperature. Even if the soil is perfectly moist and the light is perfect, it is just not gonna germinate if it's not at the right temperature. So, and that's the other thing. Maybe it's the second thing, but those planting charts you have, yes, they're great, right? Okay, but here's the thing. On my planting charts, it says when I can put those plants outside. Or, I thought that was when I would start these plants in ground. Okay, you can't possibly, but I've always felt like I was behind. I saw everybody else's plants were always bigger and looking like so much better. And I think that is the thing, is actually starting them inside 6 to 8 weeks before so that they're big enough to plant outside when the date on the chart here says it's safe to have this plant outside. So you already know that the little, what is it? The little thing on the back of the packet here, the little map of the colors, that just doesn't apply to Florida. It just doesn't, it never works. So, but it always says like, so let's say 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost, or start indoors before your last frost, something like that. Well, to us, it's like, okay, start that. You can look at that and use your planting guide to calculate how many weeks before you can start them indoors and then transplant outside. Not based on your frost date, but based on what temperature, like what it says here, that it's safe to put whatever, bush beans outdoors in September. So then you do that, I'm just giving an example, I'm not saying you should transplant bush beans or anything. I'm just trying to exemplify here. So that's what I'm learning, and I've been following Robin from Southern Latitudes, and she's always planting stuff that I was like, wow, why is she planting this so early? And then it's like clicking with me that's why. She's starting them in seed trays, and she starts most of them outdoors, but in seed trays, more protected and all that. so that they are big enough to go in ground at the right time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. Do you have other ideas of how you start your seeds and how you get the most of your growing seasons? Just tell me in the comments so we can talk about it. I'm just learning. Okay, bye.